Hey there, fellow singers. Stephen here with Austin Opera, and today we're going to be talking about high notes and how to sing them in a more effective, healthy way. This is going to be a multi-part video series, so each video is going to have some tips, some tricks, some ideas, and exercises that can really help you with high notes. I'm primarily speaking to tenors and basses, but these tips can really be applied to any voice part. A lot of them work for sopranos and altos as well. But I'm coming primarily at this from the perspective of tenors and basses. So the first thing to really think about is to not be afraid of high notes. Yes, they can be intimidating, and yes, they can seem difficult, but if you approach them and don't back off, but you just go for it, you have a much better chance of being successful as you sing them. You might crack. Your voice might crack. You might have some weird sound come out. You might completely overshoot the note and have a little bit of a yodel thing going on. Or you might discover something super awesome and find an amazing, beautiful sound up there. You don't know. So if you go for it and try as best you can to approach it without fear, that is the foundation of anything you're going to try in regards to high notes. So the basic things to check in with physically, you want to make sure, as I'm sure your choir directors have already reminded you, maintain a nice tall open mouth space, that nice ah position. And it's important that that starts not just here in the front, but also back here between my back teeth, creating a really big space. So I can put my fingers just at the back of my jaw and I can feel that open space. If you want, you can even imagine that you're putting a Jolly Rancher, one of those hard candies, propping it up vertically in between your back teeth. And actually, sometimes in a voice lesson, I will do that. I will take a Jolly Rancher and have a student put it in their mouth and prop up those back teeth. Make sure you're being careful. If the Jolly Rancher is a little bit big and maybe you might have a smaller mouth position, especially for a younger singer, you might need to let it kind of get a little smaller before you can prop it in there. But it's a really great tool just to remind yourself of the mouth space. The other thing to do with mouth space, you can watch yourself to see in a mirror if you're at home practicing. If you don't have a mirror, you can use your smartphone and just look in the camera and turn that on and watch your mouth space. Or if you don't have a smartphone or a mirror, you might have a laptop or an iPad. Anything with a camera or a mirror, you can watch yourself. And you can learn a lot by doing that. And as you sing, you're probably going to need to check in throughout the song or throughout the warm up to make sure you're maintaining the mouth space, because we often get a little bit lazy as we sing longer and we start to close everything down. You want to make sure also that you're getting a good breath and really using the air that you take in. We've got a couple videos about breathing and breath support, so those will probably have some helpful tips that you can apply here, but the breath is going to be something that will really help you with those high notes. The next thing that I would think about is feeling your voice in different registers so you could find the right place, that sweet spot for it to live. So if we start at the low end, we've got this low chest register, and this would be, especially for a lot of us guys, we try to sound really manly and tough. Hey, yeah, I'm Superman, something like that. So go ahead and try that with me. Feel your voice as low as you can get it, and just, ha, 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 hey, oh, something way down here. Give that a try. And that's the low part of your voice. Now then, if we move a little bit higher, we have the middle area of the voice. And this is kind of your average, hey guys, how's it going? Hi mom, how was your day? That sort of thing. Nothing very, very high or low, just right in the middle. It feels a little bit lighter than that low chest voice. Give that a try. Try some middle stuff. And it doesn't really matter what you say, what words you say, what sounds you make. We're just trying to feel that part of the voice. So now we move a little higher still into this area, and this is where our head voice would be. And the thing that my choir director in high school used for this, he liked the sentence, I'm a pony. I don't know why, but it made me laugh, and so I have kind of adopted that as my own. So this is, I'm a pony. We can call this the pony territory, or the head voice. It's very light, it's very bright, but it's not quite in our falsetto yet. So try it right up here. I'm a pony. Hey, wait for me. Right up there. Give that a try. Good, so you've experimented with those three. Then we have one more up above, that's our falsetto. And we have it way up here. Hello! This is the Mrs. Doubtfire area of the voice. Give that a try. And those last two are often kind of funny to work with. They feel a little silly in the voice, but if you can get yourself to just allow yourself to be silly, that really helps explore. So now that we've felt each area of the voice, we're targeting that head voice, that I'm a pony territory. That's what we're really trying to get to. So to help with that, I'm a fan of using a nice bright vowel. I even like something a little snarly, so I use an ah, not an ah, but an ah. It's not going to be very pretty. And so I'll start here. Nya, 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 nya. So it's like N-Y-A, nasal ah. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, 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 nya. Keep going, nice and bright. Keep it light and bright. Make sure you get a good breath each time. Nice and snarly, and as we keep going higher basses, if you need to drop out or flip to falsetto, totally fine. Also check in, make sure your mouth space is nice and big, even on an ah vowel. And if you need to make the vowel even taller as you go higher, let it get taller. Good, let's do two more. Good, very nice. That's a G on top, and that's getting more into the tenor range. I'm sure some tenors can go higher than that, but that's a good place to kind of start warming up. So now let's jump back down to the bottom. Same pattern, but now we're going to keep the brightness we just found on that nya, 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 but we're going to open to an ah and go nya, 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 nya. So we're just adding a little more space and a little more warmth to the tone, because of course we don't want to sing nya, nya, nya all the time. So nya, 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 nya. Nice tall ah vowel, but light, bright sound. Keep it light and bright. Think up and over the top. Get a good full breath. Launch up and over. Nice tall vowel shape. Yaw, yaw, yaw. Nice and bright. Let's do three more up. Good. So that one, and if you cracked on top, great. If you didn't crack, that's awesome. That last exercise, I really like to go immediately from a nya to a nya, because I maintain the feeling of the brightness from the ah, and right away I add in more space while maintaining the brightness, because we're really trying to balance both of those in our tone. The other things to think about when you're thinking of your registers in your voice, that's going to change as you get older. When you're an unchanged voice, you're probably all going to be up in the treble area in your head voice and your falsetto mostly. As your voice changes, and we all have that awkward voice cracking thing that goes on, you're going to find that your voice might deepen. It might not deepen very much if you're a tenor. If you're a bass, it's going to probably deepen a little more. So you're going to find these different registers feel a little bit different for each person. So on the top end, you might need to use your falsetto a little more, especially as a younger singer. You might find a period of time where your high notes don't work really well at all when your voice is really changing. And that's okay too. You just got to keep working through it and finding what feels good. The bottom line here as you're exploring your ranges and your voice If it feels easy and effortless in the throat, that's really good. That's awesome. If it feels like you're straining here, that's what these exercises are supposed to help you not do. We do not want to feel like we're straining from the throat. So that's the end of the first part of this video series. Check out parts 2 and 3 for some more tips and exercises, and also check out what other videos Austin Opera has to offer.